Give us your name, rank, and your branch of service when you served.
I'm Christie Clancy, and I was in the United States Marine Corps, and I was a Lance Corporal.
All right. Tell us what your area of expertise is, because when you and I were talking off camera, kind of an interesting career, to say the least.
I was an AVI tech. I worked on the CH-46 helicopter, which is now retired.
Alrighty. When did you serve?
Right after September 11th, I actually joined up in 2003 because it took me some time to get in to the Marines and proof that I was fit enough to get in, so to speak, and went through the whole delayed entrance program. Since I was in college, I had to finish up a semester before I went in and just do some physical fitness assessments.
Tell us more about your train of thought, given you entered right after September 11th. So that obviously resonated with you.
Well, I had just gone to New York City a few days before with my campus ministry at school, and I had the choice of going to either the World Trade Center or to the Statue of Liberty, and I chose going to Ellis Island because my name is on the wall at Ellis Island and I wanted to see that. My name, Plosky, my maiden name, was there, and my grandparents came over there, so I said I'm going there instead of the World Trade Center. And then a few days later they came down, and everyone was texting me. This was before Facebook and everything, where you could just find out if someone was safe and alive, and my phone was going crazy, and I still have pictures of me in front of the World Trade Center. And after that, I just wanted to go after bin Laden.
Wow, that is amazing, amazing story. Okay, once you spend your time and you get into the Marine Corps, where were you? Take us through that. Where did you do your boot camp? How did you move up?
All the Marine females, we always go to South Carolina. And I went there for 3 months, and then I got out. I planned it perfectly somehow. I got out for Thanksgiving, went home for 10 days after boot camp. Then I went to MCT in North Carolina, Marine Combat Training, where we learn how to use all the big toys. And I went through that, which was it was a lot of fun because we got to pretty much camp out the whole time, and I'm a camper. We had a few fun experiences in there, hypothermia. Yeah, it was fun. It was interesting. I had one girl on fire watch. She was my fire watch relief, and I told her to wake up because I wanted to get back in my sleeping bag because I was freezing. She didn't wake up, so the corpsman had to throw her over his shoulder and take her to warm her up.
Oh my goodness.
So I had to do 2 shifts. But we had fun at MCT, and then I got out just in time to go to Christmas with my family.
Okay.
And then I went to Florida, I believe, after that for some basic training in AVI technician stuff. And I spent almost a year there learning the basics of electronics, not just for my aircraft, just for electricity in general. And that is where I met my husband. And then I went to North Carolina again, and I learned electricity and all the ins and outs of my specific aircraft. And after that, I went to Okinawa, Japan.
Okay, all right. Tell us a little bit about Okinawa, because off camera again, as we were talking before we went on camera, very interesting place to be, to say the least. You described it as kind of the Japanese Hawaiian Islands.
Yes, it was beautiful. It's full of Peace Prayer parks now. It's a great place to go snorkeling, and we went caving on our off time. I'd go kayaking in the sea. I did a lot of triathlons there. I did all the marathons there. They have a lot of sea life aquariums, pineapple parks. They have so much to do there. The people there are the kindest people you will ever meet.
Wow.
And I would love to go back there sometime. They have sweet potatoes there that are purple. In America we have our sweet potato pies, which are orange, but theirs are bright purple and absolutely delicious. They have sweet potato ice cream. I'm a big foodie because I run so much, so I just love the food there. And since I didn't know what anything was, because it was all written in kanji and katakana, I didn't know what anything was, so sometimes I'd pick up a donut and I'd see chocolate coming out and bite into it and be beef curry, because I couldn't read what anything was. So I had lots of food adventures there, never really sure what anything was, but everything was good, and sometimes the Japanese people would just giggle at us because they knew something was up, and it was just fun.
Now tell me, you were mentioning the Link program that they had and how you actually got to go to Japan and meet some famous people. Tell me about that.
There was a lot of violence between the Marines and the Japanese people, so they made a program to increase relationships and improve relationships between the Japanese people and the Marines in specific, not just Americans, but Marines. And I won the contest to, I guess, go with the Prime Minister of Japan, and I got a ticket to go to mainland Japan. I got to climb Mount Fuji with him, got a giant banquet in honor of the Marines there, and I was the one representing us. And it was just a lot of fun, a great experience. I got to have I forgot the name of when the Japanese women come out, and a Japanese tea party and with the geishas and everything. And it was a lot of fun. I got some sake. It's the liquor that they serve in Japan. I got it's like $250 a cup. I had the best of the best, and it was just a lot of fun. Great experience.
Wow, that's fantastic. Let me come on two different angles here. Toughest situation that you had to face, and what was your favorite takeaway from your time in the service?
Toughest situation in the service?
Yeah.
I would have to say, there's so many. I would say the abuse that the women went through, not just myself, but most of the women in general. Besides all the rape that happens, also, if any of them gain weight, they are chastised, criticized, put on weight gaining programs, and ridiculed beyond anything. So I always tried to make myself be the best of the best, and instead of going with women's standards, I tried to go with the Marine Corps men's standards. I did all the pull-ups instead of the flexed arm hangs. I went by, so they couldn't make fun of me. And I was one of the kick-ass people that, even by men's standards, I even beat most of the men in all the physical fitness tests.
It's interesting because your background was in long distance running, and and as a Grand Valley State student, you were on crew, and you seem to be. I guess would I be inaccurate if I said you're naturally thin? I mean, you're.
No, I'm built like my dad. It takes effort.
It takes effort.
Yes.
Well, you work at it well. Let's put it that way. Doing everything that you're doing, including your own fitness place now here in Taylor. What was your favorite takeaway from the Marines?
Same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Due to being so physically fit, I got to do and see so much. I got to ride around Okinawa on my bike. I never had anyone to go with me because you can't really go to anyone and say, hey, it's 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, who wants to ride 100 miles with me? No one. So I got to do all the marathons out there. I got to ride around the island all the time, meet new people, see new things. So that was probably the same thing, the best. Do all the triathlons, win the triathlons. Even the Japanese people knew me and they would cheer for me.
Have you taken running naturally is a sport that if you get into, you can take that throughout your life, okay? Unlike, I guess, baseball or football or things like that. You still run a lot? Do you still get into triathlons and stuff? I know that you have, is it 6 children, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Do you still do that type of stuff?
I do. Yeah, me and my kids do it too.
Yeah.
We do the Spartan races, the Tough Mudders together. We're going to do the one for Holly in July.
Okay. All right. Sounds fantastic. So you're a busy bee these days.
Yeah, my kids actually beat me running now. So if I know they're going to beat me and I haven't been training, I'll just be on the sideline cheering for them because I hate that. I do.
Fantastic. Thank you, Christie, for joining us on another version of Our City Soldiers. Glad to have you here.
My pleasure.